Shall we start, sir?
Yes, Vikas sir. Vikas sir, your turn.
Okay,
Yeah.
sir. I'm sharing the screen now. Just a minute. Am I audible now?
Yes, sir. Please start.
Hello, everyone, dear students,
Yes,
teachers.
sir.
I'm starting now. So this is a program of Score More arranged by MCOA. MCOA is a organization made from by the class owners to the class owners and for the class owners. And we are arranging this seminar Score More, these online sessions free of cost for the student all over the Maharashtra. Before that, we used to take offline sessions in place to place in all over Mumbai. But after the lockdown, we had started this session online, and it is beneficial for all the students all over the Maharashtra. So today's our speaker is Mr. Pradnyakiran Maruti Wagmare sir. His qualification is MA in English, MA in Education, and B.Ed. He has worked as a junior lecturer in Kailash PR Patil Utkarsh Madhyamik Vidyalaya and Junior College. In short, it is Viva Junior College, Virar West, since 2008. Former president of Latur City Samyak Vidyarthi Andolan Association. He has protested and 3 days banned Dayanand College of Arts, Latur, for caste-based injustice on the year 2004. College was successfully shut down 3 days and demand got fulfilled. He was the founder and president of Kalaranjan Cultural Club in Latur in 2004. In 2006, violent instant protest against Prakash Karat at Mumbai University in support of farmers in West Bengal, Singur case in protest of firing by left government police personnel on farmers. Through students' action from front organization protested outside Matunga campus in 2007 against CSIR denying scholarship to backward class students. On completion of 150 years of Mumbai University, Marathi critic Nitin Rindesar and poet Professor Pradnyatai Dayapawar included poems in the anthology Disha, edited and published by Mumbai University in 2007. In the Akhil Bharatiya Marathi Sahitya Sammelan held at Thane, a collection of poetry was published in collaboration with friends under title Kidki. Worked as a judge in various competitions in different colleges and schools, as well as an invited as a speaker and a poet in the Dalit movement. In Bahujan Samta Prabodhini Sangathan at Virar, service to all religion students through social awareness of English subject, guidance for students in different junior colleges for 12th board exams. Initiative in organizing seminars, lectures, and interviews on various social, political, economic, cultural, and educational issues through being a founding member of Mumbai University School of Thoughts Academy, an ideological role play organization. So this was the introduction of our professor, today's speaker, Pradnakiran Wagmare sir. And I'm very fortunate and proud to announce that he was our professor when I was in my junior college. He used to teach us English subject. So I'm inviting Pradnakiran Wagmare sir to proceed the session further. Thank you, sir.
Yes. Am I audible?
Yes, sir. Please start, sir.
Is my screen visible?
You are not properly audible, sir. Please increase the volume if possible.
screen is visible?
No, sir. सर आपकी आवाज नहीं आ रही है. स्टार्ट किया सर आपने?
Yes, am I audible now?
Yes, sir. Please continue.
Yes, आवाज आ रही है आपको?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. अभी आई.
Good evening, one and all those who are here. A little bit technical problem is here. Now I'm starting my session. Maharashtra State Board of Secondary and Higher Secondary Education. Basically, today we are going to deal along with English subject and its guidance. First of all, I would like to thank respected Kasat sir. Apart from it, respected Deep sir, Vikas ji, and the whole team who is taking great effort behind this great kind of program, which is enhancing and helping the clear-cut understanding related to examination and basically score more. That is what we can say the very innovative kind of concept which they are trying to implement here into the society, through which society basically the students those who are here in Maharashtra and apart from Maharashtra also need to learn that how to score better. So here the first of all the blueprint details has given over there in your 12 standard, which sections are there and how many marks it included in the examination. Try to understand while we are talking about distribution of marks as per section in activity sheets in your board paper. There are 4 sections. First section is dealing along with the prose. It will consist near about 34 marks, and no option will be provided over there. The second section, which is go through poetry, and it will be for 14 marks. 10 marks will be for question answer, figure of speech, poetic creativity, and the remaining 4 marks will be for figure of this poetic appreciation, we can say. And here also we won't have any options of marks. While we are talking about writing skills, so writing skill is nothing but the one of the difficult tasks. Here we need to pay more attention in today's session. I definitely will going to deal along with the writing skills session. Why? Because technically how to write that matter a lot. It's not helping only in examination, but it is life oriented skills, and that soft skills are nothing but helping us to provide the better opportunities in further life for us. That's why we'll focus on basically writing skill related to this session. Next, section number 4 is going to deal along with novel. The novel is a different perspective that given over here in your syllabus, and how you need to improve it, or in which area you need to focus a lot, through which you can score better. That will be given over here. So this will be for 16 marks, and definitely here also no option. If you're going to calculate, you'll see that near about total marks, the total marks for the English paper will be 80, but if you calculate it along with the options, it will reach up to 112. So definitely this section, writing skill sessions, has nothing but what we can say options. Means 4 questions will be there, and in each and every category there are 4 options. While we are going further, try to understand that now here, as per marks percentage, if you go through the activity sheet, you can see that the different type of questions will be asked in the examination. First of all, first type of question is known as objective question, objective type question. So mark criteria for that objective question, means total marks is 18 marks and percentage will be 22.50, and here no option will be provided. Short answer type question which is included in your board paper, that will be 36, and it will calculate it in a percentage manner. So definitely it will be 45 percentage, and no mark option will be there. A long answer type question, that will be 26, and here you will have the great opportunity. Why? Because number of the different questions in an option will be raised. So 58 marks with options will be provided here in long answer type question, and most of the writing skill activities are included in it. So while we are calculating total marks, there will be 80 marks, and when we are going to consider it in the percentage, that will be 100%. But mark with the option increases too much, near about 32 marks. What we can say that extended here, and that all alternative mostly come in where exactly writing skill sessions. Basically, in each and every examination, while we are learning, there are 4 stages. Basically, those teachers who are observing this particular lecture, when they had gone through their B.Ed and M.Ed, these are nothing but 4 stages or steps, we can say that, of learning. First is known as knowledge and understanding. Second one is known as application. Third one is known as skill. And last one is known as creativity. Let me give you example. In our childhood, most of the time we are showing the pictures to the small kids. Basically, the pictures of fruits, pictures of different toys, we can say that, apart from it, utensils, even vehicles. Sometimes we showing the picture of bus, but when the student is recognizing that picture but not able to give the spelling of it, that is in the childhood, in kids case, we can say that they are having knowledge, but they are not able to understand it. What is understanding? Yes, knowing the spelling, or what are the parts of that bus, each and every minute things which is including altogether to complete that term bus, that will come under understanding. But even you are having understanding of that bus concept, then also you are not able to drive it. When you know how to drive, that will be your application. Means what exactly in your English examination, most of the terms will arrive, appear in the form of question. And when you are able to utilize it as per the demand of the board, it will come under the category of application. You need to know how to utilize concept, that is application. And when you will be the master of that art, that will come under the skills. And what we can say, the real wisdom of the knowledge lies in creativity. Very rare people are there, those who are really creative. So if we go through knowledge and understanding, 33 marks are there. Overall percentage of it is 41.25. Mark with option 33. And application level, here we can see that 23, and percentage is 28.75, and no option will be provided. While we are talking about the skills, 11 marks are associated with the skills and the percentage is 13.25. Here you will have the great options, get it. So due to it, definitely skills matter a lot, and very rare students could enhance that ability which is needed, which is most important and common thing which required to enhance your mark, that is skill in English subject, we can say. Creativity, yes, 13 marks are associated with creativity, and the weightage of it is 16.25. And option, yes, there will be options. Once again, the same calculation is appearing here. That marks, total marks is 80, and percentage will be 100, and total mark with option is 112. That is the different perspective. Now we are coming here. Basically, this is nothing but what exactly the question paper pattern. So most of the time, science and commerce students are not paying proper attention to their question paper pattern. Basically, we need to thank to MCOA. These people are very careful related to what we can say queries of the students, and they would like to provide this kind of session, which is nothing but clearing their doubt related to each and everything or related to that subject. Now, today we are going to deal along with English. Try to understand that in English paper, it started with section 1, that is associated with prose, and in prose approximately 8 lessons are there, 1.1 up to 1.8. So reading comprehension will be provided over there. You need to study the language. Yeah, mind mapping will be also there. Afterwards, see, the first question is going to start along with read the extract and complete the activities given below. Scene extract will be there, and out of it, only one extract will be coming in over there in your examination. And if you're counting the words, it is not more than 275 or 300 words. So this is nothing but a basic thing which is related to question number 1. Now we are entering the pattern A1. While we are talking about question number 1A, under it there are 6 questions. A1 is going to deal along with global understanding. So whatever paragraph provided over there in your examination, if you are able to find out answer within a sentence, that is going to deal along with global understanding. Means overall passage, if you narrate or if you tell in a single line, means what exactly you are understanding the whole lesson or the whole topic, which is associated with what we can say global understanding. A2, that is going to deal along with complex factual. It will be also come for 2 mark. Means what exactly, in spite of coming in a straight way, a little bit complexity increases over there. So we need to check out whether your mind is nothing but applying the logic behind answer or not, related to A2. While you are entering into A3, inference, interpretation, analysis. For example, if you're observing a mountain and behind it, if the smoke is released, most of the time we thought that maybe something is burning behind it. Get it? So that is our analysis, that is our interpretation, and through the gaze we try to come to the conclusion. That is a part of what we can say interpretation or analysis kind of question. You need to come to the conclusion on the basis of provided or supportive material, we can say, or passage we can say, or the content we can say. So with the help of supportive content, you need to come to the conclusion. That is the beautiful part of the interpretation kind of question, which is dealing along with the analysis. A4, very rare students are giving proper justification to A4 kind of question, which is related to personal response. Basically, personal response, try to understand. Most of the time, what mistakes students do, they try to find out the answer of the question somewhere in the passage. But actually, in reality, the answer directly you won't get in that passage. It means what exactly? You need to apply your mind. Means what? Yes, they will ask you whether you are agree, whether you are disagree, whether what do you think, what is your opinion if you are in the place of. So at that time, definitely your social maturity, apart from it, how to tackle along with the things as a responsible citizen of India, what is your thoughts, that we would like to analyze over here. You need to mention at least 4 points in personal response, and that need to be positive. Are you understand? Means positive approach. Some students may be confused that yes, if answer expected in negative, then yes. If you are speaking against negative, that is also positive. So in that way, at least 4 points you need to write down in a personal response. That is matter. Apart from it, language study, that matter a lot, which is associated with the paragraph and definitely phrases. Apart from it, the question related to language will be appear over here. In compared to the last syllabus, we can say, or the question paper pattern, we can say here language study and vocabulary enhance marks, and the grammar's marks reductions we can see over here in context of what exactly your question paper. A6, that is dealing along with vocabulary. So here synonyms, antonyms, apart from it, phrases, or one word substitute. Such kind of question will be appear over there, or you need to utilize that word in your particular sentence. These all things will be there. If you're going to calculate that A1 up to A6, each question will carry 2 marks. First one is related to global understanding. Second one is dealing along with complex factual. Third one is related to interpretation and analysis. Fourth one associated with personal response. Then next language study, and the last one is vocabulary. So this one A1 to A6, that is question number 1A, is dealing near about 12 marks. Actually, that question number 1A is means near about 16 marks it is carry, but A question will carry 12 marks. Now we are moving further. We are talking about B, question number 1B, which is associated with language study, and that is dealing along with non-textual grammar. So basically, do as director or do as directed transformation of sentence, that will be there. So try to understand that most of the time they will ask 3 questions related to article, preposition, apart from it, direct, indirect, or change the voice. That was the pattern of the board. Most of the time we observe these 3 questions repeated most of the time. First is related to article, second may be related with the preposition. To fill in the blank they will provide, and you need to utilize that space and mention the appropriate article in the first question and second prepositions. Apart from it, third one may sometime dealing along with direct, indirect, and sometime it can be associated with the simple compound complex even. And the new question which is appear here as per the new question paper pattern which is started last time, that is spot the error. So grammatically wrong sentence has provided, you need to find out where exactly the mistake lies. If you are having command over the grammar, if you know the rules of tenses, apart from it, if you are having command over a degree, change the voice, simple compound complex, module auxiliaries, apart from it, degree. So definitely these all grammatical parts will help you and support you to get that particular 1 mark which is associated with the spot the error. You need to underline that particular part, and apart from it, in answer in a full sentence you need to write down what exactly the wrong. And one more thing I would like to add here, in context of vocabulary, A6 question is there now. So vocabulary or sometime match the column. In that way also the words meaning also given over there. At that time, try to understand. Don't write A's answer C, so AC. That won't expected. What is the word is given in the column A and what is the answer given over there in column B. So that word and related answer you need to mention appropriately. That is expected. In grammar also, most of the time we are providing the alternative. So don't write only that ABCD or 1 2 3. In spite of it, need to write down the complete sentence. Then you will get what exactly complete answer. In case of true and false, such kind of questions also there in objective MCQ question. So over there, if the false statement is there, if you are only writing false, sometime they will ask you that if it is false, then correct it and rewrite. At that time, you need to rewrite the sentence, and you need to correct it. The half mark is there for rewriting and half mark for what exactly writing correct answer. So due to it, most of the time in context of English, that thing hardly open in front of the student or teacher. Most of the time forget to tell these all details. So that's why these things we need to go. So I hope so. Question number 1A, which is dealing along with 12 marks, and question number 1B, which is dealing along with, we can say, non-textual grammar, in it, dual director, transformation of sentence, and spot the error. If we'll calculate in question number 1A, 12 marks and 4 marks. So overall 16 marks you will get over here. Where exactly? In question number 1A. See question number 2A. A question here in 1A and 2A. The similar pattern you will see. So that's why I hardly tell about you the detailed global understanding. I already explained what exactly it is, how to deal along with complex factual, or how to come to the conclusion in an analysis kind of question, and 4 valuable, we can say, personal opinions, which is showing your social maturity, and apart from it, positive responses is expected in personal response. And even in context of language study and vocabulary, the same pattern you can see, which is there in question number 1A, which is repeated here in question number 2B. But this question is related with unseen. First question is related with the seen passage. That is the difference in between both of them. And the another difference is that what we can say, previously first question was associated with 16 mark, and here question number 2 is associated with 18 mark. So that is the good thing. Yes, while you are coming here in question number 2A, and while we are talking about B, summary writing, write the summary of the above extract with a suitable title with the help of the given points. Now try to understand that. Previously it was for 4 mark, but write it now 1 mark is reduced, so it will be for 3 marks. While we are writing summary, which points we need to take into consideration? First of all, pay proper attention on the passage, which is related with question number 2A. That unseen passage is given over there now. The same passage summary you need to write for 3 marks. So that's why twice, thrice you need to read that particular paragraph. Why? Because it will be help you to give the answers of it, and apart from it, write down the summary. So these things will be there. So while you are attempting summary, first thing, need to read passage carefully twice, thrice. The second thing, after reading, yes, while you are reading, you are understanding something, so you need to get the central idea. You need to aware about the central idea, and when you are aware about the central idea, ultimately the opt title, are you understand, or suitable title related to that particular question will arrive in your mind, and that suitable title also carry 1 mark. So due to it, what we can say, that appropriate title you need to write down in context of what we can say, that summary. So this is the good part, or a beautiful thing about summary writing, we can say that. The next thing, after giving title, try to understand that most of the time some students are nothing but what we can say, copy and paste a certain lines from the passage, we can say that copy paste, that is the common habit of the modern student, those who are utilizing the social media. But here what we can say, that you need to avoid it. Don't copy paste the things. Why? Because it won't help you to enhance your marks. And third thing, try to understand that it is a summary. Are you understand? That's why it is concise. It is in 1/3. So your word will be limited. If it will be come in 150 word, you need to write down it in 50 word. If it will come in 90 words, so you need to justify it in 30 words. Approximately 5 to 10 or 15 words going somewhere here and there, that can be accepted and considered also. But it's need to look like what exactly summary. Some students are writing extensive part and they are expecting that we have written full, but we hardly would get the full mark. Apart from it, the next things, try to understand. First of all, I told that pay the attention on the paragraph, read it clearly with understanding twice, thrice. Second thing I shared and I told that while you are understanding the paragraph, you need to give the title. Third thing I told that what exactly after giving the title, the third thing is that what exactly concise and short and one third form is need to use. Fourth thing which I told, which I shared that you need to utilize or don't copy and paste that thing I told you. Fifth thing, it is need to be in your own word. Are you understand? Means what exactly? Don't copy the word from the passage. That is the thing. Sixth thing, you need to avoid all examples, omit all examples. And if it is possible, you need to calculate total overall words, but hardly you'll get this that time. And at the last line, if you're writing down the total word in the passage and total word in summary, we can say that that is all. So once again, try to understand that this 6 point will be help you to understand score properly. So these things are really helpful to score in summary. Next thing will be associated with mind map. And mind map, yes, how to write it. You need to be creative, you need to design, you need to frame your idea. See, thoughts, sub thoughts, that all concepts need to frame. Basically, those who are the creative kind of students, they are giving justification. It's kind of web which is spreading. You know the tree and it has the roots or even branches. That branches is nothing but what exactly having sub branches. In that way, that category, that mind mapping question will be asked over there. So you need to give the justification to that mind mapping also. It will be come for 3 marks in question number, what we can say, 2C. So after that, first section will be over here. How many marks it will be consist? 16 plus 18. Now we are entering into section second, that is related to poetry and its appreciation. 10 marks for the question answer, and apart from it, 4 mark for the appreciation, we can say that. Same things are there. 3 questions are repeated, like question number 1A and 2A, global understanding, interpretation, or inference or analysis, and personal response. Which is the new thing appear here that is related to A4, poetic devices. Most of the time in my college, whenever I teach to the student, I give them the filming examples, basically related to Hindi movies. If we'll go through how to work on the poetic devices. For example, if I'll sing the song चंदा रे कभी तो जमी पर आप बैठेंगे बातें करेंगे और चांद छुपा बादल में. So try to understand that चांद कभी छुपता नहीं, चांद कभी शर्माता नहीं है. कौन शर्माता है, कौन छुपता है? तो इंसान छुपता है, इंसान शर्माता है. What does it mean? The human quality has given to inanimate things. So that's why it is example of what exactly the personification. I understand. Salman Khan's first best movie, the name of that movie was Hum Aapke Hai Kaun. Actually, if you go through the grammar, as per Hindi grammar, Hum Aapke Kaun Hai, that is the appropriate and accurate line, we can say. But when the word order is changed, at that time, what exactly? It is nothing but what? Inversion. Word order is not right, then inversion. So number of things are there. When the words are repeated, it is alliteration, and when sounds are repeated, sorry, when the words are repeated, it is repetition, and when the sounds are repeated, it is alliteration. When this one adjective changes position, it's transfer epithet. So number of the things are there here in this question. Poetic device, 2 things you need to understand. They will provide you the line and they will ask you which figure of speech is lies in that line. Are you understand? Huh? They will provide you the line and they will ask you which figure of speech is lies over there. So at that time, you need to give the name of figure of speech and the reason. And sometime they will ask you find out personification, or they will provide the name of figure of speech and they will tell you find out the line. And after finding out line, you need to justify. Means 1 mark. So distribution will be there. 1 mark for giving means identifying 1 mark and giving reason for 1 mark. identification and giving reason, authentic reason why this particular figure of speech lies here. So that too a mark will be there. Apart from it, while you're entering into the creativity, yes, composing a poetry is nothing but a great art. Suppose it will come to what we can say nature. So pollution brings a solution. Yes, means it need to have the rhythm, it need to have the meaning, it need to have what exactly a proper theme, and it need to be catch the attention to the people. So if altogether these all things are there, then definitely that kind of question are relevant, and it will help you to enhance. Means sometime they will give you the word, on the basis of word you need to write down 2 lines. Sometime they will provide you 4 lines, 2 will be blank, you need to write down that, fulfill that particular blank line. Sometime they will give you the idea, on the basis of idea you need to write down the couplet or even a stanza. And apart from it, what we can say, sometime they will provide you the rhyming pattern, and as per the rhyming pattern you need to create the poem. So it is depend upon, means you have the immense scope. As per the different talent of the student, you can create 2 to 4 lines poem in a different way. And really it is nothing but a creative work, and which is giving satisfaction of mind, we can say. While we are going further in question number 3A, after 3A, while we are reaching to appreciation, read the extract and write as per the instruction. So here, most of the students are in confusion. Basically, which things are there? What's the reason of confusion? So definitely, some teachers advise them to write down in point. For example, title, name of the poet, or theme. We can say that. Then poetic devices, language, other points. So these 4 to 6 points are going to provide over there. And as per it, we need to write down the appreciation of poem. So first of all, you need to aware about the basic theme of the poems. Very awesome and wonderful and the beautiful poems which is lies over there in your syllabus. And if you go through it, the depth of the meaning somewhere help you a lot. Try to understand while you're reading or learning the, we can say poem. How we are learning poem, I'll give you the hint. While we are observing to the mirror, we hardly focus on the surface level of the mirror. We try to go beyond it, and we try to find out our image. So same thing I would like to say you and suggest you, in spite of focusing on the word, you need to reveal, unspool the real meaning which is lies beyond the word. And if you are understanding that word, it means you are understanding the poetry, and it will help you to write down the appreciation of the poetry. This is the good thing. So 4 to 5 perspective will be given over there. They will give you in the form of point. But as per the expert, those who have completed MA in literature, they will tell you that in master level we need to write down in passage, and some teacher will advise you to write down in a paragraph. Actually, passage format is authentic format. While we are talking about write down appreciation, in your up to 10 standard, students are writing it in we can say point form. So due to it, they may be consider we need to continue it, or sometimes some teachers also tell, yeah, in a both perspective, actually the boards moderator or even paper checkers are giving you marks. But while we are selecting the best paper at that time, which criteria you utilize, whether you utilize writing, whether you have written in a point form or whether you have written in a paragraph form, at that time it will take into consideration. That's why I'll advise you, you need to write it in a paragraph form. So while we are moving further, so next thing is associated with question number 4, section 3, that will be writing skill. And on the basis of it, we're going to talk a lot. A drafting virtual message, statement of purpose, group discussion. That will be 3 options are there. And all three options will be appear in the examination. You need to attempt at least one out of these 3. Second will be email writing, report writing, interview writing. These options are great one and simple one even in compared to the others. Third one is speech, comparing and expansion of ideas. Here, speech and expansion of ideas are simple one, But comparing require the extra talent, and it take the extra efforts even. Why? Because comparing is nothing but the art. Are you understand? The event manager basically, or the anchor, or MC, we can say that, or microphone controller, we can say that, or the executioner of the program. These all are the same. That are the comparer. So comparing, in spite of it, you need to focus on the speech, which is simple, and even or the format also very easy. In expansion of ideas, how we need to write, that I'll tell you later. But try to focus on expansion of ideas, also giving you the good mark, even speech. So prefer speech or expansion of ideas in spite of writing comparing. Now, while you're going further, film review will be there, blog will be there, and appeal writing. So according to me, you need to focus on film review and appeal. Why? Because blog a little bit new form to you, and hardly students are blogger. Even they are aware about the film, they watch so many films, they know the story of it, and due to it, while you're writing film review, it will help you to get good score. Appeal means what exactly? Appeal means kind of, we can say, it is in the pamphlet format, we can say. But actually pamphlets are for the economical purpose. Here appeal is nothing but for the social purpose, social cause, creating awareness among the masses. That may be the main objective of what we can say appeal writing. So that's why these things is really appreciable. You can go through the film review or appeal writing. In film review, cinematography, direction perspective, acting perspective, apart from it, lyrics, we can say that, or even the music director, or the singers, or the themes, or the symbols, whatever the things which is associated with the filmography, cinematography, even we can say DPO. Number of things are there, number of elements are there. We need to reveal this what we can say logical and the perfect points related to that perspective that is expected. See, try to understand in A, B, C, and D. Paper setter should frame activities on all types in each set. As options, students are required to attempt any one activity from each set. I already told you that. So here you have the better options. It will be for 16 marks, but here in each group, you will have at least 3 options, and you need to attempt one at least. So while we are talking about drafting virtual message, try to understand that what is the board expected in it. So in drafting virtual message, content is very important. First of all, we can say that you need to write down it in at least 50 words. Very rare students are reaching up to 50 words. Actually, the range of the students started from 30 to 45 words, and that is appropriate. Even though message consists, previously the message even consists 30 words. So board expected you need to write down in a 50 word. While you're talking about format of it, so at the beginning you need to mention actually date, even sometime time, even then we can say receiver to whom we are writing it. Are you understand? Then the content or the message, and the sender, sender's name. This is nothing but the format of it, which is given over there in the textbook. So content will carry 2 mark, sequence or flow of idea will carry 1 mark, and the appropriateness of language is matter here in drafting a virtual message. Once again, I'm repeating. See, those who would like to really score in drafting a virtual message, see, 2 things you need to always keep in your mind while you are giving justification to writing skill. First thing, uh, what is the criteria of my marking? And second thing, which components are associated with that writing skill? So components means elements or factors which we need to implement over there in the writing skill. And the second thing, uh, marking criteria. If this two perspective you will take in your mind, at that time both will nothing but help you and support you to enhance your score. Are you understand? For example, in drafting virtual message, I already told you that time, date, receiver, content means message, short message, and apart from it, sender. This is nothing but a format. That is the element which is required to complete in drafting virtual message. But while we are thinking about marking criteria, So I already tell you, content will carry 2 mark, sequence or flow of ideas will carry 1 mark, appropriateness, that is language usage, will carry 1 mark, and overall 4 mark will be there. So this is the thing which we need to take into consideration. While you're going further, the last section we can say that which is associated with what exactly literary genre, novel. So complete the activities given below as per the instruction. Activities on the history of English novel. Try to understand. Here you need to minutely learn that particular lesson 4.1. Reading between the line is matter. Why? Because you don't need to miss anything. Which was the first novel of world? Which was the first novel of Asia? Sorry, Europe or India? So these are nothing but what we can say the different perspective. Or apart from it, the concept of novel, novella, its elements, and the different novels and the novelists, their names. It need to kept your mind permanently. At that time, you'll be able to score at least 2 marks. So both activities are related to history of English novel. While we are going further, try to understand that what kind of question will be asked over here. This is related to MCQ or match the column even come. Sometime it will be come in chronological order. Sometime fill in the blanks, true false kind of question also raised, elements of the novel, or we can say that any other novel activity which is given over there. Activities should not be repeated in the sub questions. Try to understand that. Means this activity which is mentioned in that bracket, if it will ask in a first question, it won't repeat it in second one. Means both activities will be different and each will carry 2 marks. That you need to take into consideration. The another good perspective, question number 5A will be going to deal along with 4.1. That is the thing about it. While we are going further, see, answer in about 50 words the question given below. Now from B, C, D, if you go to B, C, D, try to understand that the topic for B is 4.2 and C is 4.3 and for D is 4.4. Get it? These novels are there and the activities are same. If you take into consideration question number 5B, in question number 1, describe, explain, compare, contrast, name, discuss. And the question will be asked related to plot, structure, theme, setting, language, character. Once again, I'm repeating: plot, structure, theme, setting, language, character. These are 6 elements. On the basis of 6 elements, they will ask you describe or even explain, compare, contrast, name, discuss. And in the second question, they will ask illustrate, interpret, narrate, justified, find, identify. These, out of these 6, we can say elements of the novel. So in each question from B up to D, they hardly repeat. Means each and every element of the novel they try to include. 2 they will include in B, which already they include in B, they won't repeat in C or D. Further, next 2 more they will include in C, and the remaining 2 will be included over there into the D. Are you understand? Only the chapters are different, but try to understand. If they will ask you question number 5B1 related to plot, so that plot won't repeat it in the next question. If they will ask the structure, structure won't be repeated. If they already ask theme, theme won't be repeated in the next question. So that 6 elements will ask over here in a 6 places for 2 to 2 marks. So plot will carry 2 marks, structure will carry 2 marks, theme will carry 2 marks, setting will carry 2 marks, language will carry 2 marks, and character will carry 2 marks. But which novels, which part will be asked, that is depend upon the paper setter. That thing you need to take into consideration. So these things are there. I hope we are trying to understanding here the lots of things. Now, while we are talking about it, see, in a writing skill, if we'll go, I'll show you. This is report writing. How to write it, format I have given over here. So you need to write down the heading of it. In a report writing, we can say a descriptive title which is expressive of the content of the report is matter a lot. Then byline matter. In byline, name of the person writing the report, it is generally given in the question. Get it? That byline is nothing but also known as a source also. Remember, you are not supposed to mention your personal details in your answer. That is the things which need to understand. Apart from it, in format, third thing is opening paragraph, that is introduction. It may include the 5WH formula, namely what, why, when, where, along with who and how was invited as the chief guest. Are you understand? Means what exactly? This is the format of report. And I already told you that while you are nothing but giving justification to writing skill at that time, two things are matter. First thing is components. Now, whatever the format I have shown, that is dealing along with the component, I can say. And the another part which you need to take into consideration, that is what marking criteria. These two things, if you will take into your mind, then definitely you will enhance your score in an appropriate way. Now, fourth thing, account of the event in detail. These things matter. See here the proper sequence of the event that occurred, along with then a description of that particular event, we can say that, or its sequence. It is the main paragraph and can be split into two short paragraph it required. And the last thing which is needed to understand while we are writing report is conclusion. This will include the descriptions of the event, how it was ended. It may include quote except from the chief guest speech, or how did the event wind. And marking criteria, I already told you. See, these two things are matter a lot. See, your content will carry 2 mark, accuracy of language will carry 1 mark, and appropriateness will carry 1 mark. One structure has given over there tentative structures, which will be help to a number of the student. Why? Because see, science and commerce student can upgrade their writing, but basically, this art students, those who are very ordinary or those who are weak in English vernacular medium, for them the remaining spaces I have given over there. First of all, name of the event. Don't write down name of the event, but in spite of it, directly write down the name of event. For example, if it is Independence Day, if it is a prize distribution ceremony, if it is a cultural day, so write down that event's name. So in that way, was organized by the name of institute, your college name, you can write down on which day it was organized, the time you can talk about, or the area or venue you can discuss about. Then the precious premises was attracting, decorated for the celebrating with dash dash. I means balloons and flowers. I have written over here that common line you can use. Mr. Miss, Mrs. and Miss guest names here you can mention in the fill in the blanks. Was of the chief guest. Afterwards, total number of here. Yes, then we can say that the event started with ribbon cutting and lighting lamp by the honorable chief guest. The student presented dance, play, skate. Student performed quite well and received great applause from the audience. Finally, the day was concluded after guest speech and principal guidance. Event was huge success where student and parents felt much delighted. So this is the common structure which is related to what we can say report writing. So here three things I have mentioned. First of all, the format of report writing, which you need to understand what things are there: heading, byline, introduction, account of the event detail, its description, conclusion, in marking criteria, content, accuracy of language, appropriateness, and the even format I have provided. So on the occasion of 75th Independence Day of India, New English Junior College has been celebrated as Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav. As a student representative, write a report on this event. So see, in actually, how do you need to write down? Here I have written New English Junior College celebrates 75th Independence Day. That will be the title by staff reporter. That is the byline. Date I have written 16 August 2022. And place also you need to mention, that is associated with Pune. Are you understand? So Pune here given over there. Are you understand? See, New English Junior College has been celebrated 75th Independence Day in an innovative way. Every year, Independence Day is celebrated with great enthusiasm. But this year, it was something special. As it was 75th Independence Day, yes, it was Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav. The Independence Day celebrated this year was a little bit of unique and memorable. This year, our junior college distributed pamphlets about the campaign Har Ghar Tiranga. India flag was distributed by the municipal corporation along with cooperation of our college students, volunteers. It was announced by the government that everyone should hoist the flag on their houses and workplaces from 30th to 50th August. Our New English Junior College organized Rangoli competition, drawing competition, as well as essay writing competition on the patriotic theme. On the day of 15th August, our NCC students beckon by marching to chief guest, respected Field Marshal of Indian Army, Sam Manekshaw. Then he hoisted the flag at 7 a.m. We all had our national anthem afterward. It followed Dwajagit and the Indian pledge. Our college distributed sweets to everyone. The student presented dance, play, skit to show cultural heritage of India. The student performed quite well and gained great applause from the audience. So this is nothing but what exactly the speech which is written over there for the sake of the example. Are you understand? And in that way, the two way I already told you that this is the example for English medium and the science students and those who are having command over the language. And the first example I have given to the ordinary student, those who are came from the vernacular medium, they can write in this simple way. Yes, here also you can score easily. So these things are there which we need to take into consideration while we are writing report writing. Now, after report writing, yes, other things are there which which we can say that even see expansion of idea. This is also the thing which you need to understand. See here in expansion of ideas, how to write it. I have given the format. First of all, your title matter, then introductory paragraph, core content, concluding paragraph. This is nothing but the key point, or we can say that the format of how to write it. Even I have mentioned the marking criteria in it. Expansion of idea will carry 2 mark. Proper introduction of expansion of idea will carry 1 mark. And conclusion for that particular content, we can say it will carry 1 mark. So afterwards, see here, I have given how to write it. See expansion of idea. Proverb is simple and straightforward. It involves 5 easy steps. This steps has given over there. In a simple way, we'll go to understand it. Try to understand how to write. For example, see, if I'll go here, expansion of ideas. How to do 5 easy steps as given. For example, step number first, understand the symbol of the word in the proverb. Most proverbs or ideas are symbolic. The name of the place or animal or thing or person stand as a symbol of some quality. We have to try to understand that in the context of the proverb. For the example, take the proverb. Rome was not built in a day. Here, the noun Rome is the name of place. We also should know that the Rome was a great city. So what does Rome stand for? It stands for greatness or success. Remember, it was a great city. Or take this example of all that glitter is not gold. Here we have the noun gold. It is the name of thing. We know that gold is precious metal. So what does gold stand for? It stands for precious. Are you understand? Means what exactly here you need to substitute the symbolic meaning in it. For example, Rome was not built in a day. Here Rome is nothing but stand for what exactly? The greatness or success. And all that glitter is not gold. In that particular line, what we can say, gold refer to precious, very important. So these things logically you need to understand. And if you're understanding the meaning of that particular, what we can say, proverb, at that time it is very easy to deal further. Step number 2, after one, substitute the meaning in the idea or proverb. Take the 2 previous example. For example, Rome was not built in a day and all that glitter is not gold. Now substitute the symbol we found out earlier in the sentence. What do we have? Greatness or success was not built in a day. In context of what exactly? Rome was not built in a day. Its real meaning is greatness or success was not built in a day. And the second statement or proverb was all that glitter is not gold. What does it mean? All that glitter is not precious. The proverb is now decoded and ready for understanding. See, first of all, understand that particular proverb. Second thing, you need to substitute the meaning of that proverb. And third thing, look for a story or anecdote or example or illustration. Now that you have understood what the proverb stands for, what the proverb means, we should look for a suitable example to illustrate it. Where do we get their stories? There are plenty of them. Aesop fables are ideal. So are the tales of India, the Panchatantra. We can also look for example from today's world. We could, for example, for the proverb Rome was not built in a day, talk about the effort put in by Barack Obama to achieve greatness, and that it took many years to build it, that it did not happen overnight. Means in the third thing, we can say that in the third thing, what exactly, here you need to select appropriate stories, illustration, anecdotes, which will be help you to enhance your ideas related to what we can say that this particular proverb. While you're coming to the step number 4, look for a similar proverb or idea. Patience, persistence, perspiration make an unbeatable combination for success. See, what was our first proverb? Rome was not built in a day. So here in the fourth case, you need to find out the similar proverb. And here that idea is given over there: patience, persistence, perspiration make an unbeatable combination for success. Once again, I'm repeating: patience, persistence, and perspiration make an unbeatable combination of success. This is nothing but given by Napoleon Hill, which is similar to Rome was not built in a day, or do not judge the book by its cover, which is similar to all that glitter is not precious. All that glitter is not precious. Now here next thing, step number 4, some of the paragraph use summing up words or phrases to indicate that you have finished the expansion and intended to sum it up. You could use thus in the fine or so, or the proverb advises that let the reader know that you are signing off. So we have 5 steps on how to expansion of an idea or expansion of proverb. So once again, in a summarized way, understand the symbol of the word in proverb. For example, all that glitter is not gold, or Rome was not built in a day. Rome word is indicating what exactly the success, and the gold word is indicating precious. Substitute the meaning in idea or proverb, means rearranging the idea once again in your mind. Then afterwards, trying to finding out story or anecdote, which will help you to give the illustration related to that particular example. Afterwards, try to find out the similar proverb in expansion of idea, and I add end some of the paragraph. So these all things are there and given. See here, knowledge is power. One of the example has given to you. For example, see, try to understand. Here, knowledge is power is a popular proverb. It means that knowledge is more powerful than physical strength, and no great work can be done without knowledge. Here, you are telling that how knowledge is powerful. Apart from it, uh, what is the difference between physical strength and knowledge? That is also referred in the first paragraph. Knowledge is a powerful factor that empowers people, achieves great result. The more knowledge a person gains, the more powerful he becomes. See, try to understand that knowledge is nothing but the password of the world. So if you are more knowledgeable, you'll gain the more respect and you'll consider as a more powerful person. If you'll take any example, Elon Musk or Jeff Bezos, different people are there. Those who are master in what we can say entrepreneurship. These all people, because of their knowledge or expertise of that particular field, we can say that they are nothing but the powerful one. There is no end to knowledge. This is absolutely true. There is no limit to what a person can learn. Every big problems can be solved if we have the knowledge of solving it. Are you understand? See, most of the population of India is half literate, and due to it, number of the problem arises here. So that's why what we can say that knowledge can sort out number of problems. By knowledge of science, man can conquer nature. Development is possible by knowledge and not by physical strength. Yes, this is true. No individual or nation can prosper in life without knowledge. So if you really would like to prosper, knowledge matter a lot. And example, how an example has given, try to understand. A teacher without true knowledge cannot teach his student well. To be a teacher, we need to command over our particular content or subject. And that's why I'm telling you, a teacher without true knowledge cannot teach his student well, or a student without any knowledge of his subject cannot pass the examination, or a doctor without knowledge in surgery cannot be successful doctor. A pleader without proper legal knowledge cannot argue well in favor of client. See, the pleader here, in a simple word, you can take it as a lawyer. The lawyer, without proper legal knowledge, cannot argue with well in favor of his client. So these are the example. First example related to teacher, related to his knowledge, a student and related to his knowledge, a doctor related to his professional knowledge, even a lawyer related to his legal knowledge. So these are all things are there. And hence here I am nothing but dealing along with what exactly, how do you need to expand this whole idea that is given over here. So number of things are there which we can work. See here, number of students are there in modern period, they like a movie. Actually our generation had not inspired from that movie, but in your case you inspired from the movie Pushpa. Get it? So how to write it, these all things are there. So step right film review. First, before watching the movie, make a study of the relevance of the title, the year of release, the names, script writer, producer, director, character, the genre, which type of film is there, whether it is classical, historical, romantic. That genre also you need to take into consideration. While you watching the movie, watch the movie attentively as many time as required. Take notes about major and minor events, scenes, acting, cinematography. These all are elements. Then location, plots, character, moral, music, direction, set design, background, music, sound, and recording, quality message, etc. These all things are there which you need to take into consideration after watching the movie. What we can say, choose an appropriate format for review writing, organize the sequence of the event, comment it on according to the importance, make use of proper language and vocabulary, do the actual writing of the report, typing, editing, proofreading, re-editing, final presentation. So these things are there. So how to do the plot analysis, you need to aware about it. Then afterwards, characterization also you need to write down. For example, plot analysis, if you're going to write down, and that is the event of the story, we can say that, or series of the event, we can say that in a simple word. Characterization, yes, definitely here characterization is a process through which an artist communicates character to an audience. It is a visual medium, we know that, audio visual medium. So characterization is achieved through dialogue, action, and description, but it also can be achieved through costuming, we can say. For example, Padmavat, costuming matter, hair and makeup, that is also the element. So you need to talk about it in a short way. Get it? These all things are there. Types of characterization also, direct characterization, indirect characterization, cinematography. In the cinematography also you need to write about the technique. Afterwards, you need to talk about all these concerns related to movie, basically cameras, lenses, filter, film stock. I understand even about lighting, cameraman, photography. So that small things are included in it. And even term for any category of literature or others, what kind of genre it is, whether it is action, comedy, drama, fantasy, horror, mystery, romance, thriller, western. These are all things you need to mention. Apart from it, it may be crime thriller, a disaster thriller, psychological thriller. So you can write down about music and music sound also. For example, Sairat, it is the blend of Indian Marathi music along with the Western music, and due to it, its effect is very impressive. So in that way also you can narrate what do you need to write. You can talk about acting, you can talk about direction perspective. So these are the point here which is helping you as a guideline and will give you the proper, what we can say, way to just go ahead and write down film review. And it is a simple thing, that's why I'm dealing along with it, which will help you a lot to go further. While in the next thing we are talking about, yes, group discussion. See, group discussion also one of the very important, we can say, topic, and a very rare time students are aware about group discussion. So I think so. Yes. here the definition has given at least 10, 12. People are having different opinions. Some people are telling that 6 to 7 people are sufficient. Some people are telling 10 to 12 participants are sufficient in group discussion. Basically, it is a modern method assessing student personally, and due to it, it is very helpful. And try to understand if you are taking part into group discussion means what exactly. Your critical analysis power is enhancing, and your courage and your daring also enhancing, you're blooming, and you're nothing but what exactly really involving into the social, economical, cultural issue which is happening around you, and you're nothing but what exactly presenting your view. That's why GDs matter. So whether you are agree or disagree, in a both perspective it can become, it's not like a debate. So group discussion can be factual, it can be depend upon social or political issue. Sometimes abstract subjects are there, sometimes related to case studies. So for example, factual, if you're going to talk about plastic should be banned or the education policy of India, that may be the content. A social or political issue, banning of public smoking is a right decision, or corruption is a price we pay for democracy. That can be example of we can say GD. Apart from it, in abstract, a word without borders, there is no right way to do a wrong thing. Success is a journey, not a destination. This is also what we can say that the topic of GD. Case study based, dowry continues to haunt Indian brides. Yes, this is a very serious issue. Uh, we need to awaken alert and try to abolish dowry kind of customs from other root of Indian society that matter. Following are the expression that we can perform different functions during group discussion. For example, could you tell me what do you think about of what's your opinion about? May I ask you? That is asking opinion. And while you're giving explanation, you can say, could you explain to me? Just tell me the reason why. What do you mean by that? I beg your pardon. So when you are asking for an explanation, this particular remark will help you. Then giving your opinion, you can humbly tell in a GD, in my opinion or in my view, it seemed to me that, or you can tell, I think, I feel, I believe. Nobody will deny that. So this is the way to give the opinion in group discussion. While you are giving explanation, what I mean is the main problem is just let me explain. Well, the reason is this is nothing but what exactly giving an explanation while you are writing, attempting GD. While you are agreeing, your opponent or the participant, at that time you can say that I quite agree. Exactly. Right. Definitely. I think so. True. That's just my opinion. That's just my feeling. So while you're agreeing at that time, you can tell about these things. When you're giving qualified argument, yes, perhaps, but yes, but on the other hand, well, it depends. You may be right there. These all things you can tell while you are not happy, not agree, and showing disappointment, but you need to show in polite way. So you'll tell that I disagree with you. I'm not so sure. I'm sorry, I can't agree, or I don't think so. Strong disagreement. I've never heard of such thing. You're wrong. You know, it's not like that at all. That's not correct. And complaint if you're making, I can't quite understand how, or I can't quite understand why. I'm sorry, I have to say this, but do you realize that? I'm disappointed to hear that. So this is nothing but what exactly the making complaint while in GD or group discussion. While you are reacting or giving a complaint, I'm sorry to hear that. Or you can say, this isn't my or our fault, you know. Or what do you expect me, or what do you expect us to do? I'm sorry, you should take it that way. Yes, sometime, yeah, we are hurting someone's at that time. I'm sorry, you should take it that way. Means your intention was clear, but somebody has mistaken you. At that time, you need to tell. And in a conclusion, you can say, we can conclude by saying, and you can say your conclusion, or to summarize or to conclude. Finally, we can say these things are there. Now, here etiquettes has mentioned that what things you need to do, a number of things are there, but the main part I told you that what do you need to do while you are doing in GD. So see, in those, try to stick on the discussion topic. Your body language should be open and friendly, agree and acknowledge anything interesting. Stay with the topic. If the discussion does we bring it back on the topic by saying that's an interesting point, can we come back to that? Try to speak clearly, don't whisper. And the things which you need to avoid, don't use aggressive gestures like finger pointing, that is a bad habit. And table thumbing, some few people are nothing but thumbing the table. Try not to dominate the discussion. I mean, some people are having what exactly uh, that uncomfortability, and due to it they raise their voice and they try to prove themselves and they become what exactly more louder. They try to be the dominant kind of individual. So that is the limitation of discussion, we can say. Confident speaker should allow others a chance to speak in a humble way. Avoid drawing too much on personal experience. So general experience we need to share. Don't interrupt or talk over another speaker. Listening to others earns you the right to be heard. That is very important. That's why we have two ears and one mouth. The reason is that we need to pay more attention to the listening. So that is associated with GD. We can say number of things are there which we can talk and go through. So different things are there. Even comparing, if you'll go, that's a little bit difficult. See, here in comparing, we can say introduction. We need to give in comparing. What's comparing? That has mentioned over here. Introducing the program, participant, and controlling all the schedule as per the plan. That is comparing. Afterwards, a person who compares and or anchor, who show is called as anchor. That is also mentioned. Then essential thing to be anchor. Remember, first thing, practice again and again. Prepare well. Prepare a script. Dress properly according to an event. An anchor is not the star of the show. Keep control of your breath. Address the audience with the smile, proper expression, voice modulation, and keep contact with the audience. Maintain the speed of your speaking as well as the function. Control the program. So try to understand that these are nothing but what we can say that essential thing which we need to follow over there while we are doing it. So these all things are there. Afterwards, qualities of an anchor. Language fluency matter a lot. If you are having command over the language, then at that time you can capture the audience attention. Clarity of thoughts matter. Then confidence, yes, when you have clarity of thoughts, then confidence will raise. Sense of humor also matter. That is, we can say in another word, present sense of mind. Our right body language matter a lot. Presence of mind, keep knowledge, basic understanding of the nature, tone of the event is also helpful. A simple and dignified style, ability to deal with the technician, event organizer, then guest speaker. Format of anchoring, try to understand. First of all, introduction will come, then inauguration, about the event, closing address, vote of thanks. So here one example has given. Try to understand how to write it. Uh, See, for the ordinary student also the example has given. See, example 2. Well, my first and foremost duty on behalf of the principal, teaching staff, and students to welcome you all at today's function. We are honored to have you all with us. The Honorable Chief Guest, His Excellency, you need to mention the name. So you hardly need any introduction. You have made all of us proud to your achievement and numerous capacities and in the term of serving our society. Now try to understand this introduction you have given. Suddenly you reach to the lamp lighting. See, darkness cannot dry out darkness. Only light can do that. Hate cannot dry out hate. Only love can do that. This is the statement which was utilized by Martin Luther King, and we utilize as a quote in the lamp lighting, which will be help you to score better. In the flush of love, a light we dare to brave, and suddenly we see that love costs all we are and will ever be. Yet, it is only love which sets us free. This is also the another quote which we utilize. Now, I would like to call on the stage the respected principal, Mr. You need to mention name, and our honorable chief guest. Once again, need to mention name for lamp lighting. Please give them a big hand to be present upon the stage. So try to understand. I'm telling you how to give introduction, lamp lighting, then you're calling to the principal or welcome speech. This also mentioned. Then calling student to performance, calling student for dance, or we can say other event, song performance, and at the end, votes of thank or thanksgiving. So this is nothing but the format, and in that format, you need to write down. Conclusion will become. This is nothing but what we can say. Uh, this is very important while we are writing, attempting what exactly comparing. As comparing, most of the time in annual gathering, some student take part in it. In comparing, these things are there. So this is also the things which we need to take into consideration. Afterwards, see here, other number things are also there. For example, statement of purpose while you're writing it at that time. See, statement of purpose. Huh. Try to understand. While you are writing out statement of purpose means what exactly? While you are going to abroad for the learning purpose, at that time you need to write down your qualities that matter. This will become in statement of purpose. For example, if you really would like to take admission at the graduation level in abroad countries, uh, that people is nothing but asking you what qualities are there, because of what you need to take the admission, and you need to give the what we can say, your own personal example, that from your hobbies or your activities, we can say, because of that activity, how interest increases. These all things you need to share. See, for example, these three things you need to take into consideration. Statement of purpose is also known as SOP. It's a kind of essay. It's not an application, huh? It's an essay, and which is nothing but considered as a gateway to your career. Keep it in mind. And why we are writing it? To getting admission, nothing else. It is one of the introductory paragraph or passage which we writing to the abroad countries basically, or in India also. Right now few universities are taking SOPs. Then it help admission committee who you are and analyze you, understand you, why are you applying to the particular university. That reason also mentioned in it. Why you are a good candidate, that also mentioned. What you want to do in future, that is also mentioned. Afterwards, SOP reflects not only who you are as a candidate, but you are writing abilities as well. Now try to understand here resume, then we can say curriculum vitae and SOP, the difference has mentioned. A resume is nothing but apply for job, and CV mostly used for academic purpose. Are you understand? CV for academic purpose, resume for applying job, and SOP is personal statement designed more to shed light on who the applicant is, what drives him, and what makes him stand out from others, the poor. So, and here you can say that resume typically contains a summary or relevant job experience and education. And in context of CV, the depth document describing your whole career in detail. And here it's short and concise, about 1 to 2 pages, but CV is nothing but lengthy, a little bit long. And here, while you are talking about SOP, 500 words matter a lot. See, SOPs shouldn't have any grammatical error or spelling mistake. Use strong, clear, and concise writing. Avoid cliches and repetitive language. Stay away from informal language. Keep positive and confidential tone. Clearly stay your ambition and good and interest. Afterwards, give evidence and post experiences and success. Give reasons as to why you are filled for program. So these all things are there related to SOP. What do you need to write down in paragraph? These things also mention. See, try to understand. In paragraph number 1, your introduction, personal background, your mental makeup, and your aim in life, that mention. In second paragraph, you need to speak why you wish to join the specific program or course. In third paragraph, you will deal along with your qualities, which will be helpful as a suitable for your career, and how your hobbies and extracurricular activities would be helpful in strengthening your goal. In paragraph 4, you'll need to mention your experience, internship, project which you have done related to that particular, we can say, course which you need to join in that university. State something which will make you stand out among other candidates that matter. And last paragraph state how this particular university is best for you. So you are choosing it and how it will help in a long term career perspective. This is also matter. Be organized, then prefer typed SOP, be specific, use concrete example, explain your strength, write your SOP all by yourself, edit and re-edit to make a final draft, give enough reason for your choice. Don't be lengthy, don't write complex sentence, don't copy, don't list your hobbies, don't give irrelevant personal information, or don't give excuses for your best scores of GPA. So this is nothing but what we can say related to statement of purpose. So these things are there while we are talking about see, for example, this one, appeal writing. I already told you that why we are writing appeal, because we need to create social awareness among the masses. So number of things are there here. You can able to see the eyes. So this is the symbol. Gift your eyes, gift life. That is nothing but the heading. Below heading, you need to mention what exactly the quotation. Imagine a life without eyes. Imagine a life without vision. Hundreds go through life unable to see, unable to enjoy the beauty of the world. If you donate your eyes, at least two persons will be able to see for the rest of their lives. Wouldn't that be wonderful? Someone else seeing the world through your eyes even after you are gone. So please attend the eye donation awareness seminar. So try to understand. First of all, you need to mark, you need to what exactly make a border, border of that particular question. It is a very creative question. You can take the pencil, utilize it. Apart from it, even paints different fonts and art of calligraphy you can utilize here, and you can show your creativity. I do understand, but try to understand. Most of the time when people are focusing on appeal writing, they are not keeping the mind, basically the time perspective. So time is also very important element, and you don't need to forget it. So number of the things we have taken related to writing skill, we can say that. See, email writing, that is also the very easy and what we can say common part. Actually, while we are opening basically any mail, we can say at that time definitely it will help us to understand. See, when we are going to Gmail, the formats are same. See, here I'm opening Gmail, whether any account link or not, that's a different part. uh, but I think so, yes, it's not working now, but most of the time you are aware how to deal along with email writing. So that format, write it now, not easier, but it is very easy. First of all, definitely your email address will appear over there. Second thing, yes, to whom you are sending that recipient's address you need to mention. Then CC, BCC means blank copy, blank carbon copy. These all things are there. Carbon copy or blank carbon copy, that you need to mention. Then you need to mention the subject. Then you started to need to compose your mail. After composing your mail, if you would like to attach something, you can attach. At the end, you need to write down your name and even contact detail or sign. We cannot say, but need to mention who you are exactly. So this may be the official format of writing this. So these things related to what exactly we can say writing skill. Now, while we are talking about interview, over there, try to understand in interviews question, what is the marking criteria? Appropriate framing of question, at least carrying 2 mark, a long and what we can say language and style, that will carry 1 mark. Overall impression or presentation carry 1 mark. 4 mark will be there. So questions, while you are taking interview, imagine you have to conduct an interview of the distinguished personality in the field of your own choice. With the help of the given table and points, draft a question on the given field associated with the personality. Do not change the sequence of the questions. A name of the interviewee, Afterwards, area of success, duration of interview that mentioned. How do you start the question? See, early life struggle. Please tell us about your early life and education. So, question: how start? Means how it will start. First of all, from simple to difficult it will go, so that's why we started with early life and struggle. Hurdles in education: did you face any hardship during your education? That kind of question also we can mention. Role model, inspiration: who is role model, who has inspired you? That thing you can mention. Afterwards afterwards family support: does your family support you in your work? This thing also you need to mention. Then first success or achievement related to it also you can create a question. Please tell us about the first amazing achievement in your life. Actually here it is in it started with please, but uh, try to create question related to WH. Success plan: what is your success mantra? Hmm? Then dreams unfulfilled: would you like to tell us about your dream that is not yet accomplished? And at the end, what message would you like to give for viewers? And after it, see, try to understand while you're attempting interview, first two lines, while you are calling that particular reputed person on the stage, a warmful welcome and their little bit introduction you need to mention. And at the end, because of their precious time they came over here, they have given their valuable time, we need to thank them. So thanksgiving also mention, need to mention in 1 to 2 line. That will be expected where exactly interview writing. So these are the most thing which I have completed, and the time was also limited. Within that limited time, whatever thing I can able to complete, that I have completed. Shall we stop here?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Bhupendra, sir.
Yes, thank you so much, sir, for a wonderful explanations and very perfect guidance for the student of 12th standard across the Maharashtra. Because these are the
Yes.
students those who are not given their board examination in 10th standard. So this is a wonderful opportunity for all of them to learn something and how to present the paper in the board examination, how to score more. That is why the reason the Maharashtra Class Honor Association organized this kind of auditor session. So student comes to know about how to write the paper, how to present the paper, and all these things. So thank you so much, Pradnya Kiran Bhagmare sir, for a wonderful guidance. Entire team of CEC and each and everyone who make this possible. Deep Bora sir, Dilip sir, Dhruv sir, an entire team of our core community members, those who done lots of hard work. Dear students, this is very important for all of you. And just you inform to each and every one of your friends to just have a link on a YouTube and just check this lecture, how it's going on and how it is helpful for all of you. So surely will help because last time it crosses more than 2 lakhs student was this our online monitor sessions. So this time even we are expecting more people to watch this and get a benefit out of it. So once again, thank you so much on behalf of Maharashtra Class Honor Association. This is Bhupendra Pratap sir from CEC. Thank you so much. Anyone, any question, please?
Thank you so much, Bhupendra, sir. Thank you so much, all the dignitaries and all the persons